Hello. If you're seeing this, then I decided to upload this video. This is very strange recording stuff on a camera, because you can see yourself. What are you doing in there, you bitch? Come out of the screen and fight me. I don't fucking know. It's weird. Also, just because I keep wanting to make eye contact with myself. What are you fucking doing there, you little bastard? Looking at me. Or looking off to the left, I guess. Now we're making eye contact. Or it looks like we're making eye contact, but we're not. Well, that's fucking weird. Anyway. I am making this YouTube video because, just for fun, because I like to edit videos or whatever, but every time I go to make a YouTube channel I always start talking about shit which I wouldn't fucking want to share with people that I actually know. So this time I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make videos about stuff that is appropriate to share on the internet, which is stuff that you'd like to be publicly known. I feel like people do the reverse of that, and I'll be like, I'm anonymous, so I can fucking share whatever the hell I want, but that's a terrible idea, because people will find you, and they will tell your mum and dad, or whatever. I don't know, it's just not good to put shit like that out there. Like the creep show art thing. I mean, I'm not super fucking into art drama or whatever, but she's basically just, I don't know, she makes YouTube videos. You're probably more likely to know her than you are to know me or be seeing this fucking video anyway. But she makes drama videos, and then she went on lolcow and fucking got caught basically talking shit about all the people she was friends with. It's like, and then the moderators could tell that it was her because it was all coming from the same IP address, and then she fucking confirmed her IP address or whatever, and then people figured out that she'd been posting shit about other people and then also about herself, where she's like, Creepshow art, she's kind of cool. Not that, you know, not that I have any stakes in the game or whatever as a completely anonymous user. But obviously she did. So then the fucking moderators told everybody about it. Yep. Good for her. Better to stick to stuff that you're okay with people knowing. I get the pull, because people are like, I can't share this with people in real life, but if I make this anonymous account, nobody will find out that it's me. But first off, algorithms, you know, they will recommend it to people who you're connected to through your email and through the area that you are in and your fucking phone number and shit. So it's like, it's not actually anonymous unless you make a bunch of elaborate burner account shit and fucking wear a mask and all that. If you're just putting your face out there, then people know that it's fucking you, obviously. If anybody sees those videos, it's like, you know, it's shit. So I'm not going to do that this time. I'm just going to do normal, I'm just talking about regular shit so that I can use Shotcut, a free editing video software. Yes. So I make TikToks occasionally, and I made a TikTok about Bo Burnham's Inside, his comedy special or whatever. I was like, you know, I don't fucking remember what I said. I said something that was like, I said something that was like, you know, he keeps hinting at serious mental health problems with depersonalization, derealization, specifically, like, you know, where it's zoning out through a camera while he's crying, and then it's like, you know, him reacting to himself and shit like that. So it's like hinting at serious mental health issues, but then textually it's like social issue shit, and I feel like he's projecting his own mental illness and his own personal issues onto social issues which he doesn't have a real personal attachment to, which is why it comes off as kind of shallow. And it's like the white guy song or whatever. It's like, it's pretty funny. There are some funny lines in it, or maybe not that one. I wasn't that big of a fan of that one in terms of humor, but you know, so there's other ones which are not so deep, and they're funny songs. They're well written, funny fucking comedy songs, but it kind of comes off a little bit off tonally, you can tell that he's not really connected to, he feels hopelessness and kind of general despair, and he feels overwhelmed. You can tell because he keeps talking about it, keeps hinting at it and shit. There's themes of that running through it, but it's not because of the social issues that he's talking about. It's because of his mental illness, and um, because he's projecting it onto those social issues, and it's not a real personal connection. It ends up his critiques are shallow. They're kind of shallow, even though there is obviously more emotional depth there. And I said all that, but that's not how I said it when I fucking said it on TikTok or whatever. And only one person has even seen that, I think, and even commented on it at all. But I don't know. Just watching it back, it's like I wanted to express that, but they only give you 60 seconds, obviously, and I don't know. Kind of makes me feel insecure just because the way that I express stuff, it's like I think that I probably have autism, um, but it's like the way that I express shit. It's like I only have a certain number of facial expressions and tones that I can use, and I just repeat them. I just do the same ones over and over and over again, and they don't match my actual feelings at all, which is funny. You could arguably make a connection between that and the critiques that I made of Burnham, where it's like mismatch of the content of what you're saying and the emotional stuff. Actually, I guess it would be the reverse of that, because his non-verbal implicit emotional cues are very honest, whereas the things that he's saying are not. Whereas for me, it's the reverse. I will the shit that I'll be saying will, it'll be like, I don't know, it'll be very serious. The stuff that I talk about will be very serious. But because of the way that I say it, it sounds like I'm taking the piss out of whatever I'm saying, no matter what I'm saying. Like a problem that I very commonly fucking run into is I'll be telling a story, and there'll be another person. I'll be like, hey, I want it to be obvious that I wasn't the person who said this, so I'll use another voice. But like I'll put on a funny voice, and most of the time that works because it's a lighthearted story. But when it's something serious, or when I'm not trying to make fun of the person, it comes off really fucking badly. Like I'll be like, oh yeah, and then they said this, like some really emotional fucking thing, like, oh, my mom died of cancer or something. It's like that fucking comes off so bad. But I need to do another voice, or otherwise what if the person thinks that it's me? It makes it clearer that another person is speaking. So most of the time it works. It's good storytelling, but yeah, a lot of the time it also doesn't fucking work. It's like it's very limited, this situation that it does work in, but it works consistently enough for me to keep doing it, because most of the time you're discussing lighthearted shit anyway. It's like, how often are you going to be reciting somebody else feeling sad as shit about something? And then even then, it's like a lot of the time, even if you're not meant to tell it seriously, because then the other person will feel sad. So it's like you're meant to be like, if you're going to be telling somebody something about that, it's like it's either just going to be for context. You're not going to be like, let's really pull up the fucking heartstrings here in this random conversation that I'm having with somebody. Like, yeah, this person was sad as shit. They were like, oh, my life's ending. No, again, that's not, that would be making fun of the person. That's not even what I'm trying to fucking do. But, I wouldn't be like, I'm not going to act out them fucking crying or whatever, or something like that. I'm not going to be like, this is super fucking serious. I wouldn't even know how to do that if I could. But, I wouldn't do that anyway, because people don't want to fucking hear that shit. People don't want to have to be involved in a real, actual serious... It's like, people don't want that sprung on them. It's like, if you're in a random conversation with another person, it's like, they're not going to be like, you know what I'd really fucking like to listen to right now? I'd like to listen to this guy be sad about another guy being sad about something else. They want to hear like jokes or something. If you're in a passing conversation with somebody, it's like, I feel like maybe the reason why is because it's like it disrupts them emotionally. It's like if they choose to empathize, then they have to feel a strong emotion all of a sudden. Especially if it's something very serious. Like if you're talking about, recently my mum died of cancer or something, and that's making me really depressed, and now I want to kill myself. It's like the other person, um, a lot of the time you have an awkward response if you just, it's like if somebody asks you, how do you feel right now, and you say that, you get an awkward response. The other person doesn't fucking know what to do, because on the one hand, it is sad as shit that whatever, it's sad as shit that your mom is dying of cancer and you want to kill yourself. But it's like if you fully go into, oh, that's shit, I'm so sorry, and all that, it's like maybe too much emotional intimacy depending on how close you are to the person, or just like there's other people there, so it'll be awkward. And then other times it's like you don't know how big of a response the other person needs to feel better about, to feel okay about what they've just said. So it's like, yeah, um, if you're the person delivering that, it's like the other person all of a sudden is burdened with all these questions, or maybe they're not, maybe they are, but this is what I guess is, they're burdened with all these like, um, do I react in a sad way? They have to react in a sad way now, or otherwise, or like maybe they'll feel really sad about it. Like if to empathize with you, they would have to feel really sad because you feel really sad. Um, but then you put them in a position where now they have to not empathize with you, which is really kind of mean because they know that you're feeling really shit. So it's just it's awkward to do. The other person doesn't really know what to do. Maybe you don't really know what to do. You've just said it because that's what they fucking asked you. But yeah, so I guess over time I've learned, just if you're going to be saying some sad shit, do it in a light-hearted way, because then the other person knows not to take it seriously. They know what to do immediately. They're like, lol, and then they fucking move on. So it's easy. It's easier for the both of you. But yeah, no, it's limiting. Definitely very limiting on the number of things that I can express. Like, it makes it easier in conversation, which is mostly what speech is used for anyway. So it's useful. But when I actually want to express something, when I actually have something that I want to say to another person, when I actually want to express an emotion and not just like skip through, make the easiest, no ripples, fast conversation, like streamlined conversation possible. It's like when I actually want to express information to another person, it's like it never fucking works. It just doesn't happen. So yeah, with the Bo Burnham thing, like it looked like I was taking the piss out of him, but I don't want Bo Burnham to be sad. I didn't even think it was a bad special. I just think that's why it doesn't match tonally, which is interesting. Like his content and the things that he's really trying to express, they're not matched. I just found that interesting and I wanted to express it, but I couldn't figure out how to. Also, I said mental. I was like, he's thinking that he's sad about all these other things, but really he's just mental. But I just mean that as in like, he's sad. I don't fucking know. I mean, what else would you even say? You can't say crazy because that's mean, and you can't say he's depressed because he's more than depressed. He also has a number of other mental illness symptoms going on. That wasn't even the main one that he was talking about. He probably has a number of things. If he's having trouble leaving his house, which is kind of implied, but maybe not. He was also agoraphobic. So it's like, what's a good umbrella term for that? He mentally ill is the same as mental, or equal. It would be equally. You're saying the exact same thing, and it was potentially equally derogatory. But I know that mental can come off bad. I just don't know. I don't know what other word there is. If you have another word, comment below. What should I actually say? Because I don't want to be disrespectful towards fucking Bo Burnham. Side note about the special. He was naked. And it's way more songs than I expected. I fucking saw somebody making a post where it's like, people talking about breedable men. I didn't get it until I saw this. This fucking picture of burnham. I was like, what the fuck? But after seeing that special, it's just like strange. Men over the age of 25, keep your fucking shirt on, you harlot. Ruins my self esteem otherwise to be attracted to you. So keep that fucking shirt on. No, I don't know. Slut shames fucking Bob Burnham. Anyway, other autistic people who are better at fucking expressing themselves. How do you learn new expressions? New, better, more useful, more versatile fucking expressions? Um, yeah, like different tones of voice. How do I pick up on that? You know what I used to do? Copy fucking anime characters. I'm not gonna be doing that shit again. I'm gonna be honest with you. So please help. It makes me think sometimes. I wonder what my actual fucking like tone, vocal fucking tone, and facial expression is. I don't even. I don't even know. I wouldn't even be able to guess, because even as a small child, I would be like, you know, I'd be putting it on a little bit. Because otherwise it's like, I remember one time I realized, I was like, why does nobody know that I'm sad when I'm sad, when I was a fucking like 13-year-old or something. So I looked in a mirror and I made some expressions. I was like, this is what I look like. That, well, this is, because you can feel what your face is doing when you're making an expression. So I just thought, I'm gonna do that and then I'm gonna see what it looks like. And it was like this is my regular face, right? This was my sad face. It's like, no shit. People can't fucking tell you that you're whatever your fucking, I mean, what fucking expression is that? And then like one thing that I can't do, I don't fucking know how to do, and it makes me sad as fuck, is I don't know how to express when I'm uncomfortable with something. So people will be saying like offensive shit to me, and it's just like, the only thing that I've learned conversation wise is how to get to the end of the conversation. And if you get pissed off with somebody, then you have to engage in this interaction with them, where it's like, fuck you, you did this, I was just misunderstood. It's like, it adds more to the conversation. It's like, I don't fucking know these people, so uh, why even try and put in the effort a lot of the time? Like, sometimes I can kind of figure out how to confront people, just like saying, this made me feel like this. In the future, could you not do this? I can put in the effort and I can do that. But I know that it's not appropriate to do that with acquaintances, because it's like, we're not fucking close enough for you to give a shit how I feel at all. So me coming up to you genuinely and being like, this makes me feel like this. Don't fucking say that shit to me again, or whatever. It's like, it's not what you're meant to do for whatever reason. So it's like, I don't know how in casual conversation to say, to even indicate, to even like hint at, or like any cue. I don't know any cues to show that I'm uncomfortable with something. If those cues are coming out and people are just fucking ignoring them, maybe that's the case. But I don't know. It's like, other people will be uncomfortable with something. The other person will be able to tell, and it'll be like, oh, I made them uncomfortable. Oh, how fucking depressing. Or, haha, I made them uncomfortable and I fucking hate this bitch. Good. Feel uncomfortable, bitch. Or something like that. But it's like, with me, it's like, people can't fucking tell. They'll be like, people will be doing or saying the most offensive shit around me. It's like, the closest that I can come to expressing that I'm uncomfortable is I just go to the person and I say, hey, don't do that. But it's like, there's no tone there. I can't add, the closest thing to tone is my fucking accent or whatever. But tonally, it just is. I'm just saying a fucking sentence. It doesn't come off the same way. It doesn't come off how it doesn't, it doesn't do what it's meant to do. It's like, it's not even like the other person, because I know people who, if you express that you're uncomfortable with something, they'll get pissed off. They'll be like, fuck you, I'm gonna keep doing it because I fucking hate you, because you're not allowed to be uncomfortable with shit for some fucking reason. You know, but it doesn't even get to that. Like, it's not even like, oh, you fucking snowflake, you know, you shouldn't be uncomfortable with this. It's like they cannot tell. They don't know. And it's either I'm not being obvious enough, or maybe everybody's just ignoring when other people are uncomfortable with shit that they say. I, I'm trying to read the person all of the time when I'm speaking to them, and their comfort level and whatever they're feeling. Because if I lose that midway through a conversation, things will get very confusing very quickly for me, and potentially for them as well. It's like it's easier if I just will if I follow their understanding of what's going on the entire time. It's easier for the both of us. Um, but I don't feel like other people are doing the same for me. Um, so uh, it's like, it's like I have to put in the effort to understand the other person, and then I also have to meet them where they're at to get them to understand me. And it's like, I don't know. It just leads to some very confusing fucking interactions. Um, oh my god! I just realized you're gonna be able to see over the course of this fucking 20-something minute video because I keep fucking with my hair. You're gonna be able to see it dry. Isn't that interesting? Watching shit dry, notoriously fucking fun thing to do. No, but seriously, it's gonna be shorter for you. So yeah. If you're seeing this, I decided to upload it. If you have any tips on how to have regular, normal fucking expressions that people can understand, or even just like a wider array of emotional things instead of just fucking smiling and laughing, or something like that, leave your tips below. ABA specialists? I'd love to fucking hear what you have to say. No, I'm joking about that. If you're an ABA specialist, fuck you. Die. Die. This is me if I see you and you're an ABA specialist. Anyway, it looks like I'm cupping him. Oh, yes. Oh, you're a lovely young man. Oh, hold on. Oh, he's sitting in my hand. He's sitting in my hand. What the fuck? If you watch this video to the end, thanks, I guess. No, I don't know how to end this shit. Goodbye. Hey, fuck you. Get out of my home. If you watch this to the end, fuck you. Die. I'm gonna